I was skeptical about this one. I mean, I've tested a lot of high-end cameras over the years, and most of them promise the world but end up feeling like overpriced bricks with too many buttons. Then I got my hands on the Nikon Z9, and honestly, it changed how I think about professional mirrorless cameras. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. So, what makes the Z9 different? First off, the 45.7 megapixel stacked CMOS sensor paired with Nikon's EXPEED processor is fast, like, really fast. I was shooting a fast-moving soccer game last weekend, and the autofocus locked onto players mid-dash without missing a beat. Even in low light, the detail stayed crisp, which is a game-changer when you're trying to capture action without lugging around a full studio setup. Another thing that blew me away was the subject detection. This camera uses deep learning to recognize faces, animals, and even vehicles. I was photographing my dog running through the backyard, and the Z9 tracked him perfectly, keeping him sharp even when he zigzagged. It's not just for pets. If you're covering a wedding or a wildlife shoot, this feature saves you from constantly adjusting focus. Now, let's talk video. The Z9 can shoot oversampled 8K to produce 4K/30p footage internally in ProRes 422 HQ. That means your video quality is next-level sharp, with rich colors and minimal noise. I recorded a short film last month using this setup, and the footage looked so clean on a big monitor that I almost forgot I was using a mirrorless camera. Plus, the new high-efficiency RAW format cuts file sizes down to a third of uncompressed RAW, which is a huge relief when you're managing storage on long shoots. The burst shooting is insane too. You can capture 45.7 MP stills at 20 or 30 frames per second, or go all the way up to 120 frames per second at 11 MP if you're prioritizing speed over resolution. I tested this at a car race, and even with the rapid panning and zooming, the camera kept up without overheating or slowing down. That kind of reliability is what separates a pro tool from a hobbyist toy. Build quality is another standout. The magnesium alloy body feels solid, like it could survive a drop from a tripod, which, let's be honest, happens more often than we'd like. The weather sealing means you can shoot in rain or dust without worrying about damage, and the deep grip makes it comfortable even after hours of use. I've used cameras that look sleek but feel like they're made of plastic. This one doesn't cut corners. One thing I really appreciate is the electronic viewfinder. It's bright, clear, and has minimal lag, which makes a huge difference when you're tracking fast subjects. I've shot events where the lighting changes constantly, and the EVF handled it smoothly without washing out or getting grainy. Now, I'll be honest, it's not perfect. The menu system is a bit complex, and it took me a while to navigate all the customization options. If you're new to Nikon or coming from a different brand, you might feel overwhelmed at first. Also, while the battery life is decent, it's not the best in class, so I'd recommend picking up an extra battery if you plan on long shooting days. Overall, though, the Nikon Z9 is a powerhouse. Whether you're a professional photographer or a serious enthusiast, it handles stills and video like a champ. The autofocus, speed, and image quality are top-notch, and the build is built to last. If you're in the market for a flagship mirrorless camera, this one's worth a serious look. Check out the link below to see the latest pricing and availability. For most buyers, the real question is not whether Nikon Z9 flagship professional full-frame stills/video mirrorless camera, Nikon USA Model sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like 45.7 MP stacked CMOS sensor and EXPEED image processing. Fast and subject detection uses deep learning to automatically detect and actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement were off. It is also smart to think about long-term satisfaction. A product like Nikon Z9 flagship professional full-frame stills/video mirrorless camera, Nikon USA Model usually feels like the better buy when it stays convenient, comfortable, and reliable in normal everyday use instead of only looking good in the listing.